morning. Good morning. Okay, as you can tell, just finished Sweat Fest. Today was leg day, so it's done. Good morning. It is done. Leg day is complete. I'm a sweaty mess. Whew, I went heavier today. I didn't necessarily go heavier with the weights I held in my hand, but I did go heavier with my weighted vest. I did my 10-pound weighted vest, which is the heaviest one that I have. Good morning, Mom. Good morning, Debbie. Definitely felt it. I definitely need my recovery powder and my recovery shake. I just want to finish putting those electrolytes back in my body. But I wanted to talk about something specific, and obviously motherhood is what is on my mind, seeing that Sunday is Mother's Day. So for all my moms out there that follow me, happy Mother's Day this weekend, happy Mother's Day weekend. I hope you get spoiled. I hope you don't have to lift a finger. And I hope everybody shows you how much you are appreciated. Honestly, I feel that should be every day, but for some reason we only get the one day a year. So soak it up, enjoy it, and let everybody cater to you and wait on you. I know that's a difficult thing to do. Good morning, Amy. It's difficult for me sometimes because you're so used to being the one to take care of everybody. But let them take care of you. We get this one day a year, and then sometimes maybe our birthdays. So that's what I wanted to talk about, is motherhood and parenting. Hey, Terry, good morning, because it's not freaking easy. However, there also isn't just one way to do it. Now, as you guys know, I'm reading a couple books. I shared them with you yesterday. I read a part of my Girl Wash Your Face yesterday about motherhood. And I love the way she starts her chapter, because it's like she talks about the lies that we tell ourselves. So the title of the chapter is The Lie That We Tell Ourselves. And the lie that she told, or that we tell ourselves, is I'm a bad mother. I'm not a good mother. Oh, I'm dead, guys. I'm dead. So that's one of the things that she says, is not a good mother. And we have to remember that motherhood does not come with a manual. It doesn't tell us what's right and what's wrong to do and how we should do this and how we should do that. Okay? We get no manual. I gotta take these socks off to help my body cool off because the tile's cold. Doesn't come with a manual. We're kind of all going by the seat of our pants, trial and error. And this goes for fathers too, but I was thinking more of motherhood, obviously, because I'm a mother, and then Mother's Day is this weekend. So, we're gonna make mistakes. We can't compare ourselves to other moms. It's one of the things she was writing in the book, how one of her kids had said, oh, you know what you need, Mom? You need one of those necklaces with all the charms like all the other moms have, and this and that. And then you could finally be like the rest of the moms. And she was like, okay, so I always thought I wasn't like all the other moms. And she was trying so hard to prove she was a good mom, making her plate so overwhelmed with stuff, burning her candle at both ends, just trying to do everything to prove she was a good mom and to make her kids proud. And her kids probably didn't remember half of that stuff. And that's what we need to remember, is that, yes, right? I think it does get harder as they get older. And you know why? Because when they were young, they didn't talk back because they couldn't talk. But, it's not easy being a parent. It's not easy being a mom, because I think us moms take some things a little more personal than dads would. I feel that, our girly instinct, sometimes we get our feelings hurt or our heart crushed, or, we might think something is being done a certain way because of this, or we do a lot of comparing and we want to be just as good, if not better, than some of our friends, some of our kids' friends' parents. And that's our mistake right there. Stop comparing. We talk about all the time, don't compare in life. Don't compare your journey to somebody else's. Don't compare somebody else's highlight reel to your behind the scenes. Right? Because you got to think about it. A lot of comparing has gotten worse because of social media. And that's because, everybody shows their highlight reel. Except me. I kind of show everything. Maybe I show a little too much, but I don't want everybody to think my life's perfect. It's not. There's issues. Last night, our family had a family meeting that was about an hour and a half long. We ate dinner, and then we sat at the dining room table and talked about a lot of things. I talked about my feelings with stuff. Alex spoke, Kayla spoke, Ryan spoke a little, but we all talked. And I think that's very important for families to do, to get air things out. You know, I know there's things that I do and Alex do that might upset the kids or hurt the kids, and that's why they're snippy, and vice versa. And everybody needs to know, so in that way, if we care about each other's feelings, we're not going to do those things anymore. So, you know, parenting is hard. Parenting when you're co-sharing and co-parenting with another parent is hard. You know, it might be a little bit easier if the two parents involved maybe have a better relationship and more of a friendship to where they can talk about things, but it's very difficult when, you know, you're dealing with another parent that maybe you don't talk to, or another parent that isn't cordial. So I know that there are so many different types of parenting. There's so many different types of parenting skills. But, hi Jacqueline. But let's dial into motherhood and talk strictly about motherhood. Each and every one of us are great moms. And the only thing we have to remember is, have you taken care of your child today? Is your child still breathing? Have you fed your child? If you've said yes to those 3, you're doing great. Now I have 3 more. Have you taken care of yourself today? Have you fed yourself today? That's the next thing you ask yourself after you ask yourself if you've cared for your child. Because we as moms cannot do it all, especially if we're not taking care of ourselves. If you are not taking care of yourself, you are going to be bitchy, crabby, resentful, unhappy, miserable, and you're gonna take it out on your kids. Yes, you'll probably take it out on your spouse too, but your spouse knows the difference. There's been many, many times, and we actually talked about this last night as a family, there's many times that I snap over something little that normally wouldn't bother me, but that's because there's other things bothering me in my life that had me feeling unhappy and miserable inside, and I snap at the first thing. And usually it's the kids, because they're the first ones to come home, or they're the ones that'll give me that last bit of irritation where I'm like that cartoon character where it gets red, 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 and then boop, the top opens up and steam comes out. And I know you moms out there know exactly what I'm feeling and talking about. So let me see those thumbs and let me see those hearts if you feel the same way. If you feel as if you've done that too. So let me see those hearts and let me see those thumbs, because I know I am not alone with being that cartoon character where your head pops off and the steam comes out. I see him going across. Okay, so I'm not alone on this. So we need to take care of ourselves. We need to make ourselves happy. We need to do things that make us happy. I feel extremely happy today because I feel like our family talked so well last night. It didn't end up in a fight. We all spoke. We all said our piece. We all said what we were feeling. And we could start with a clean slate now. I know certain things that I did was hurting Kayla's feelings. I'm not going to do those things anymore because I'm her mom. I love her. And I don't want to hurt her feelings. And vice versa. She knows things that hurt me with things that what she would do. And Ryan knows and Alex knows, so we're all going to make an effort because we all care. We all want our family to be happy. We want this to be a happy place to come, not a negative place. Hi, Jessica. So we need to remember that everybody parents and mothers in a different way. And if you're comparing yourself to like one of your kids' friends' moms that maybe she doesn't work, so she's able to be at the school all the time, or she's the PTA president and the classroom mom, and she homemade bakes all the bakery for the school bake sale, and she does this and she does that, and she seems so perfect. Let me tell you, I can bet my whole right side of my body that she's doing those things because she's insecure of herself being a mother as well. All us moms have insecurities. All us moms worry if we're doing the right thing, if we're being the best mom that we could be. So she probably is overextending herself also because she wants to do the best. She wants to be so involved, and she has insecurity. So she's doing all of these things so she doesn't feel so insecure anymore, and she feels like she's doing it all and being super mom. But maybe you work a full-time job. Your kids have to go to aftercare. And you feel like a bad parent because you have to send your kids to aftercare, and you can't spend that time with them, and you can't get to their classroom all the time, and sometimes you can't even get to their class play because your boss won't let you have time off work. That doesn't mean you're a bad mom, because when you pick your kids up, I bet you spend great time with them, or you go to their sports events, or their dancing events, or their gymnastics after school, or on the weekends. Focus on the time you have with your kids. Focus on what you do with your kids. Stop trying to make inside your house like what other people are showing is the inside of theirs, because not necessarily does that mean it's the inside of theirs because they show it. Usually the people that have to post all the time, now I'm going to put this out there. I know I post about my family, but I'm not always posting that our family's perfect, and I'm not always posting that we're always doing these family outings. And I do post about my husband because I love him, but I'm not always posting that we have a perfect relationship. Just like yesterday, I told you guys that I'm starting to read a book about marriage and making sure that it doesn't die. So, but I feel sometimes that the people that have to post continuously that they have a perfect relationship and they're so in love and it's all rainbows and butterflies in their love world, I feel sometimes they are doing that because that's not really the case. And that's what they want. That's their dream. That's their aspiration, to feel like that in the relationship. So they just keep putting it out there and putting it out there. Like, I know a few people, I don't really talk to them that much, but they would always post about family values and how family oriented they are and all of this stuff. But I knew they were never really with their family. They were never really with their kids. Like, they were physically there, but their face is in their phone. They're not really spending the quality time, but yet they're always posting about having such a great time with their kids and being family oriented. So if it's someone you know, and you know that's not the case, they're just trying to make a highlight reel of their life. They're trying to make people think their life is perfect and make people think that, they have such a great relationship with their family and with their kids and they're all about family. And no. Usually when you have to post it 24/7, that's usually not the case. So, I'm sharing that and saying that with you. Good morning, Steph. Good morning, Laura. So I'm sharing that and saying that with you because that's what you see, right? Now, maybe if it's a close friend or a family member that's doing that, it's not the case. So then you start to get frustrated, like, why are you posting it if that's not true? That's a whole other live. But, who just popped on? But I'm telling you that because that's what you're comparing your life to. That's what you're comparing your relationship with your kid. That's what you're comparing your family's relationship. That's what you're comparing your relationship with your spouse to. You and what you have in life is your behind the scenes because you know everything. You're seeing their highlight reel or what they wish was their highlight reel. Maybe their family's having a good day that day, so they post about it. But every other day before that was horrible and everybody was fighting. So you can't compare your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. Not everybody is as transparent as me and some other people. I am not afraid to show you the ugly side. I am not afraid to show you when things go bad. I am not afraid to talk about things and problems that I go through. Because I'm not ashamed of it. I'm obviously going through because there's something I need to learn. Or I'm going through because, God thinks I'm strong enough to go through. Whatever the reason is, I'm going through it for a purpose, and I am going to share it with you guys. I might not share it right at that moment because I need to be within myself and figure it out. But once I figure out a solution to get out of it or figure out where it's going, then I share that with you guys because I feel my purpose is to share my mess so it can be a message and help you guys get through it if you ever go through that or if you're going through that at the same time. So I wanted to talk to all my moms today, and I wanted to tell you, you are doing a fantastic job. You are doing amazing. If you feel you're being a little impatient, you need to take a couple moments, and you need to take a breath Count to 10. Remember what I told you? 1, 2, 3. Count like that. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Count nice and slow to 10. Take a breather and have a little patience. If you need to walk to gain clarity and have a little patience, do that. Then go back to the situation and figure out a solution. Figure out what you can do to make the situation better. What you can do to fix the situation. Going into situations with anger with your children are only going to make you feel regretful. And they're going to make you sad. Then they're going to make you so mad at yourself that you're going to have a horrible day. So my advice to you is to take that breather, take that moment, and then go into what you're wanting to go into. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I felt it very, very important to talk about motherhood. I read that chapter, and that was my takeaway from it. That was how I interpreted the chapter, that we're all good mothers. We can only mother the way that we can mother. We can only be the mom that we were meant to be. There's a reason God chose us for our children. So we need to be proud that we were chosen to raise our children and raise them to be respectful and raise them to be good people. That's all that you can do, is raise them to be good people. Pick your battles. You don't have to battle everything. Pick your battles. Battle the things that are important. If your kid wants to have friggin' ice cream one day for dinner, you know what? Nothing wrong with that. I will never forget that time that we went, I believe it was to the Contemporary. We were super excited that we were going to Disney World, went to the Contemporary. That's the one where the monorail goes through. And I remember we got room service and we had ice cream for dinner. I'll never forget that. That was fun because it's something you don't normally do. Now, obviously, if your kid wants ice cream for dinner every night, you need to figure something out. But there's nothing wrong with every once in a while letting them have something special, letting them have a treat. So if they want ice cream for dinner one day, let them have ice cream for dinner. Who the hell cares? Like, is that a battle you really want to go back and forth and fight? But now if they speak disrespectful to you or someone else, or they're fighting with their sibling, or they're not doing well in school, that's the battle that you want to have. But if you start fighting them on everything, then when you're arguing with them and fighting them and talking to them about something of importance, they're not going to know the difference because they're just used to you being on their case all the time. So they're not going to be listening to what you're saying. But if you pick your battles and you talk to them about the things that are important, when you start to talk to them about it and when you bring it up, they're going to listen. Because it's not done all the time. You're not on their ass for every little thing. Stop running. Stop doing this. Stop jumping. Stop being hyper. Stop this. Stop that. If you're constantly da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, when it's real important, they're not going to listen because they're going to hear you like the Charlie Brown teacher. Wah, 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 wah. And they're not going to listen. So then there's no importance to what you're saying and you're wasting your breath. So pick those battles, guys. So here's my call to action to my moms out there. Take this weekend to do things that you want to do. Take this weekend to be a kid again and have fun with your kids. They want to run and jump into the pool, run and jump into the pool. They want to go to a park, go to a park. Just dig into that kid inside. Have some fun with your children this weekend. Remember what it's like to just have fun and not care. Just go and have a great time. Like, I already did my grocery shopping on purpose because I don't want to grocery shop this weekend. I want to have fun with my family. I might food prep later tonight. I might food prep tomorrow during the day. I definitely am not food prepping on Sunday. But I don't mind doing that. And the food prep I'm going to do is super easy anyways. But I want you to do something this weekend that you've never done. Even if it's just going to the park, swinging on the swings, and acting like a kid. Just go do that for yourself. You're going to feel that happiness in your heart. So again, happy Mother's Day to all my moms out there. Happy Mother's Day weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. I love you all. Have a good Friday. Bye.